my channel. If you're new here, my name is Haley Waterbeach, and I have a horse named Star, and she is a Frisian. And today is a special video because I'm gonna go and look at some horses to possibly be my next horse for Star, basically Star's friend. Because I only have one horse and I would like to get another horse, and my lease just ended like a couple days ago with the mare that I had, that I think 7-year-old mare, off the track thoroughbred. It was a good lease. I learned a lot from that mare. I definitely am ready for another horse, to have another horse, because I've had Star for about a year now, and I think it would be nice to have another horse, especially with a lot of shows. And I definitely want to have a project horse on the side as well, but we'll see what happens. So we are going to be going to the first place we are going to is Moorland, to their, so we're gonna go there, and we're going to be checking out a horse and seeing this horse and seeing if, like, I'm just hoping that they didn't tack up the horse before, like, I get there. So I'm gonna go, and get changed, and then we are gonna head out. Okay, so I just made it to Moorland. I bought my car and the trailer just in case um this horse is the one and everything. So let's go and check this horse out. So I'm really excited to ride this horse because it is like a different breed. Like, I've never really seen this breed before, you know? But when I got there, he was not tacked up, and yes, it's a boy. He's a very skittish, like, he's definitely a young horse. Because, yeah, so I ended up tagging him up and everything off camera because my battery died and I didn't know that. So, but this is me, like, saying hi to him and all of that. Alrighty, so after I tacked him up, I also changed my shirt and put my gloves and my helmet on and put a vest on because this horse is a young horse and I was going to be riding him and I didn't know what he was going to do. So this horse is, I don't remember the breed that they said that he was, but he is a 5-year-old gelding. And he has done show jumping, and he is basically just a show jumper, which is kind of what I am looking for right now. So I walked him over to the arena, to get him all warmed up, and they also had some jumps set up already in the arena as well, which was quite nice for them to do. So I just walked him all the way into where the arena is, and then I ended up fixing his girth and his saddle pad and everything because I, like, did it all weird. And then I made sure his boots were all good and made sure everything was all correct, and then I fixed my vest because it felt weird. And then I hopped on him and warmed him up and everything, and then I took him over a couple of fences, and I will be telling you guys basically a little bit more about him and his current name, and everything like that. So here I am getting on him after I fix everything. Okay, so after I fixed everything and I got him walking, and I already did some trotting and everything, but this was a walk break for him. And we set up some smaller jumps for him for right now, and then I can always make them bigger fences. And he was really nice under saddle. He definitely is more of like a pony breed. Like he was really tiny. This horse is 14 hands, almost 15 hands. Um, but he was really tiny, and like I kind of didn't like how small he was, but like let me tell you, this jump on this horse was something else. Also his name, the owners named him, the current owners, his name is Sky. Um, so yeah, he's a paint mixed with something else. I think it was Pasifino, but I could be completely wrong. But he has a lot of fancy gaits on him, and he's just all around like a really cute guy, but he just kind of like was just kind of a little bit too young for me, but like my ride on him was really nice. But this horse's jump was like a lot, and I could definitely see us going somewhere, but it's just his age, and everything else was what was really the factor here in what I was looking for. Like the age wasn't like terrible, it's just he was a little bit on the younger side, and I was looking for something that was just a little bit older, but not like I didn't want a 5-year old. I wanted like 7 years old or 6, but I guess like six, I guess like 5 is like okay. He has like some basic training and everything like that, but after this line, I ended up raising the jumps and getting off of him, raising them, and taking over some decent sized fences. I didn't actually think how big I made the fences, but I made them pretty hefty, and I'm gonna show you guys that footage now. So here's the fences. Look how giant I made them. So I ended up getting him straight into a nice canter and a nice slow canter for our first fence, which then he saw he's like one of those horses where he sees the fence and he goes faster towards it, but I was just like not ready for that, and then he jumped, like launched me, which I wasn't ready for that, and I couldn't get him to slow down. So, but then eventually I did get him to slow down, and I wanted to try that fence one more time because that was just, it didn't end well. So I ended up going back over the fence with keeping myself, like keeping him collected, you know? So I had to figure out how to keep him collected, which I did end up figuring it out. But he was pretty nice over these fences, like when he was collected. I did get him to go a little bit faster over a couple of these fences, but he did knock a pole, which he was kind of upset about. So I did a oxer, which I was excited to see this horse jump, which like he has like this most like you can feel the power in his back legs when he like jumps, which is like something I've never felt before, and like it's just so like amazing, and like it's strange to me like to feel it. I'm gonna slow mo this next jump. Like he just jumps like with so much power in his legs. As you guys saw, like his jump in the slow motion, it's just like so like cool to watch. But I said no to this horse because he wasn't what I was looking for, and his height um just I just didn't like how small he was. I wanted a bigger horse for these bigger jumps, but even though he's small and he can jump these ginormous fences, I didn't feel comfortable with doing a lot of intense work. And another thing is that he'll take more time because of his age, even though 7 year olds will still take time, but he's 5, and so that means even more time before he can actually compete at a certain level, higher than this level. So I decided to pass on him. But I did have fun on him, and he was a lot of fun to ride. So the next horse that I went to go and look at was a lot smaller than I thought because they gypped me and the photo was not at all what the horse was. So that would be at Fort Pinto, which is close to Moorland. So I got off of this guy and attacked him. I ended up just leaving my outfit that I have on right now, and going and showing you guys that horse. Alrighty, so I made it to Fort Pinto, which is close by where I was actually born, and I was excited that I was close to my first ever place, like my first ever home ever. But like I said, I got gypped. So this horse was supposed to be a 18 hander show jumping horse, and it was supposed to be a bay mare, uh I think it was like supposed to be like a Clydesdale or something. They completely gypped me. It's a minute. Like what? How do you get all that information and a photo and everything? And like what? The name's still the same, May, but like, and they tagged up her already and everything. She is 13 hands, no, 12 hands, um, 9 years old. I ended up just getting on her from her little stall and walking her out, and I just felt weird being on her because she's a lot smaller and my feet literally like almost touched the ground. It just didn't feel right, but I got her going in a nice trot and just was like feeling her out. I knew it was already gonna be a no, but I already said I was gonna just ride her and try her out. I was excited for this horse too. Like, this is the one horse I was looking forward to trying out, and they literally gypped me, and it's so annoying when that ends up happening. So their arena, they actually don't have one, but they do have a lot of sand and everything. Um, so they have a beach, and they said that I could try her out over in their little beachy area. So I took her down to the little beach that they have. And they didn't have jumps, but they do have a cross country course over here. So I took her over to a little sandy area to kind of get a feel of this tiny little pony, which I was possibly thinking of getting a pony, but I was like, if I got a pony, it wouldn't be like a full-on pony, and if I did get a pony, I probably wouldn't ride it. My lesson students could ride it, but I was thinking like I obviously wouldn't ride the pony, so but yeah, this was the second to last horse that I was going to ride, and I really didn't like this pony for myself and for like a personal horse. I didn't like her. She was really cute and everything, and she had some giddy up and go on her, and would definitely be a good lesson horse for a lesson program, but I don't have a lesson program right now, so and they had some water, so I took her into the water, and she was completely like fine with the water. And I kind of let her go a bit, and like she was cruising, and she loved the water, which was exciting. So their cross country course was a little bit up here and over this way. And then I passed one of the cross country jumps that they had. So I ended up going back and turning around and going on a nice speed, nice slow canter, and just jumping her and seeing how her jump even felt like. And this horse's jump just didn't feel comfortable at a slow canter, so I just kind of got her to go at another, like a little bit faster speed, and had her jump it, and her jump was cute. Wasn't show jumping material though. If she had a little bit more work, like if she did it all the time, I see her like learning like how to jump higher, but like I don't know. She just wasn't meant for me. So my next horse that I tried out was at Golden Leaf Stables. So it was about like an hour to two drive over to Golden Leaf Stables, and I'm excited to go over there because I haven't actually been at Golden Leaf Stables like at all before. So I'm excited for this new stables and everything like that because I've been to Moorland and Fort Pinto so many times. Like Fort Pinto technically is like my second home because I'll go to Fort Pinto like all the time, and same with Moorland because a lot of my friends are at Moorland and they talk about like how good like they get horses from Moorland. They're really good horses and everything, and same with Fort Pinto, but like Fort Pinto really gypped me this time. So but yeah, let me show you guys the next horse. The next horse might look familiar. This is the first ever horse that I ever rode when I first started taking riding lessons at the Baroness's lesson program, and he is here at Golden Leaf Stables. This is Chase. His name got changed. So his name when I first ever rode him, his name was Adam. He came here, so now his name is Chase, and he's just adorable, and I miss this guy so much. One of a kind, and I'm really excited. I did tack him up, don't worry, I tacked him up. So I am going to get on him and try him out. He is 10 years old. When I rode him, he was 15. So he's 10 now. 10, so 9, 8. So he was, I think, a 7-year-old when I rode him. He was the oldest horse there at the facility at the time. So, yeah, he was 7 years old when I rode him when I was 15. So he is 10 years old now. And he has done a lot. And he's just amazing. And I really do miss this horse. He started the journey. Well, actually, it was a little pony that started the journey. I don't know where that little pony ever went to, but he's the second horse that ever started this journey and actually like helped with continuing it, you know? Um, so this is Chase. He is 10 and he is a how tall are you? I think they said he was 16 hands exactly. So a little bit shorter than Star. So yeah, I got him to get into a canter, and they have a cross country course which I was gonna try him out on. But I wanted to warm him up first and do all that. So he did really good with the warm up and everything. I did some circles and changing directions and everything like that. getting him to change his lead. But yeah, he just is an all around like horse that I missed, and when I saw he was for sale, I needed to just try him again and see if possibly buying him could be an option for me. And he is a gelding, and he just I was just all around shocked to be able to ride him again after I think 3 years of not seeing this guy. So technically two, because I saw him when I was no, three. Two going on three, I wanna say. But it's just been a while since I last rode this guy, and I was just really excited to see him again, that I was just in shock. Like, my emotions were all over the place when I saw him again, and I was just mostly excited to see him again because I have my own horse now and he could meet her possibly, and I was excited that that could be a possibility, and I was just really excited. So I was getting ready for the cross country. So this is the start. I got him at a good pace to start it, and he just did really good with the start, and I was really excited for this start of the cross country course that they have here at Golden Leaf. There's also a nice trail here too, so that's really nice. I got him getting to go a little bit faster pace just to see him kind of go a little bit faster. I remember my first ever jump on this horse, and it was a long horse, like a long jump. Like he did a long jump on me for my first ever jump, and I fell. So it was really great. And that was actually my first ever fall too. It was when he long jumped me. It's like, oh, you never fell? All right, here's your first fall. So after I did the small version of the cross country course, I slowed him back down to a nice trot, and I walked him and trotted him and cooled him down, and I took his tag off, and I needed to decide because I really liked the first horse, but I said that he was a no because of his age. But then I also really like Chase. The pony was automatically out of the question. So I didn't know. And then there was another horse that I didn't go and look at this day because there was like too many people and they said that I couldn't go and look at this horse. And I was excited to look at this horse, but I didn't get a chance to. So I ended up taking his tack off and talking about all of my options when I got back home, and I also told you guys about the other horse, the quote-unquote mystery horse now, and told you guys about that horse and the gender and the height and everything about that horse. I didn't say the name though, but I will see you guys when I am home though. Hi guys, so I am back inside and back home and in the barn, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about the three horses that I went and looked at. So the first horse that I went and looked at was too small, and also too young, so I ended up saying no to that boy. The second horse, I'm not talking about that horse because of just everything just not going correctly. The last horse, though, is a possibility that I'm going to be purchasing him. Then the last horse was supposedly supposed to be a bigger breed, actually, than Girly over here. But then I got a notification that there was a Arden, I think it was Arden, no, Morgan horse for sale, and she is just gorgeous. And I was hoping to go and look at her today, but I guess some other day I'll have to go and look at her for you guys, and see if she's the right fit for being my next horse. But we'll see. I'm gonna go on a trail ride with Star, and look at her Western saddle, guys. Like, look at this saddle. It is so pretty. Um, and she's bitless today, and she's doing really good. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe and turn the notifications on down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!